Border battle has reignited as New South Wales calls on other states to follow facts and science. Victoria, Queensland, WA, South Australia and Tasmania remain closed to all or parts of Greater Sydney after a recent coronavirus outbreak. But Premier Gladys Berejiklian says her interstate counterparts moved too quickly and border closures aren't supported by Commonwealth hotspot advice.
The national health experts, of which all the state medical officers are part of, there is no place in Australia that's deemed a hotspot. So if there's no place in Australia that's deemed a hotspot, why do we even have these border closures or border restrictions? And why should residents of the Tweed, for example, have to get a permit just to travel a few kilometres over the border? It doesn't make sense to me. Is the current risk worthy of having border closures? No. I just don't understand it when people make decisions to designate something a hotspot or a red zone when the Commonwealth health experts deem no part of Australia to be a hotspot.
States are rejecting the criticism and say they are following health advice.
You'll always find some differences. These are the decisions we've made, and I think that Victorians would take a pretty dim view if I were to, for the sake of national consistency, because that's, frankly, that's not as important as following public health advice. If for the sake of national consistency I said, no, Brett Sutton, I'm not going to follow your advice, I don't think that'd be the right way to go.
I just urge the New South Wales Liberal government to stop. Their constant criticism and carping is getting tiresome, and they need to just leave it alone. Let us act on the best interests of the health of West Australians. Their attempts to bring down the health measures that have worked in states like Western Australia, we will fight as well.